New phone, who dis? I don't know. How'd you get my number? Hello. I don't have your number. Are you that new pizza place around the corner? No, this is the Krusty Krab. The Krusty Krab, yes. Well, shit, I thought this was Patrick. You thought wrong. Do you sell Sponge the Bob burgers? No, we just sell regular hamburger. Hamburger. Oh yeah, that's right. Throwables aren't working on this screen for some reason. Hang on a second. I think that I can steal them real quick from this screen. Which one was it? It's not that one. Copy. Paste. There we go. Pro Twitch streamer right here. I will re-redeem your hamburglar. Burger. I've been just playing a lot of stuff while I was not streaming. Just keeping my mind occupied. I finished Splatoon Raiders. And I'm on the there's an endless mode that is available once you've gotten to the super end game. And I've been debating on actually trying to push the floors, see how far I can get. were forced to get a new phone because you dropped your S20 and it turned off and wouldn't turn back on. Wonder if the battery got dislodged. Oh, it just started working again once you got home. Of course. That's an expensive phone. It's sad that phones can cost almost the same amount as a computer these days. It's the S26 Ultra, 512 gigs. Yeah, see, to me, the most expensive phone that I ever owned was the Google Pixel 7. And I'm still using it. And I bought this on release when it was like $500 or some shit like that. That was the most expensive phone that I ever bought. Yeah, this week's been just altogether really shitty. I had to, deal with a lot of things preceding my cat's death. You don't got anything to be sorry about. Yeah, she was a very good cat. It's been hard getting over it. When we got her, my brother named her Stormy. She was a very, very sweet cat. She, was the friendliest little cat. She was very, smushy. She loved attention. But I don't know. It's been a week, and it definitely doesn't get easier, does it? Unfortunately, we weren't like she was an otherwise healthy cat, or so we thought. But she had a underlying heart issue that never became apparent until it became fatal. And then I've been going to work, and I've just been getting like treated like shit by customers at work, and it's just been very, very trying to keep my cool these past few days. Yeah, and it's all fucking tourists too. So they come into your state and then they just treat everybody who lives here like shit because they feel like they could just get away with it because they're only here for a temporary period of time. They're self-entitled shit stains. I remember, like, earlier today, I had a customer that was just really bad, and I called for management. They took their sweet ass time getting over to where I was, and by that point, the customer had already like moved on and gone elsewhere, so on and so forth. And I just kind of looked at management and I'm just like, look, I need to know that you have my back because if I keep, it's already been a really shitty week. And I'm just like, if this continues on the way that it is, then I'm not getting the support and backup that I need while I'm working here. Then I'm just gonna put in my 2 weeks. Like, I'm not sticking around. I've been there for coming up 7 years. They want to keep one of the best workers that they have in the area that I work. Then they need to make sure that I am taken care of. So I'm not putting up with that shit anymore. I am overly exhausted this week. I've been sleeping like shit. When customers are rude to you, you pretend to not speak your native language. I don't have that capability. I don't speak any other language. Instead, I just end up giving them shit back. And then they get even more pissed off. And then I give them even further shit. And then they walk away. They complain about me. And then management does nothing because they know that if they get rid of me, then the entire electronics department is absolutely fucked. They weigh their options. Which language do I want to learn? I know 3 other than English. Well, back when I was interested in learning another language, I was gonna learn Japanese. But I ended up not. And currently speaking, motivation has been running on E. You only know some Korean. Look, the fact that you could speak any other languages other than your native language is impressive. Especially 3. In 3 to 4. That is honestly a Giga Chad move, though. I want to watch this, but I can't watch it in Polish, so I'm going to learn an entire other language just to watch it. And English, of all things. The conglomeration hate child of all the other languages. Yeah, learning a language is not easy. You could curse like a sailor in Spanish. I skipped the lesson on how to curse in sign language. That's upsetting. Because it'd be really funny to curse someone out in sign language and then them just being like, why are they making Naruto hand gestures at me? I've had opportunities to learn sign language. My mother knows a good bit of sign language. I just never learned. A lot of what's just been kind of like building up over time, between, you know, my cat passing away, so on and so forth, is just, when we bought this place, we were told that that the floors have been replaced, the roof was fixed, there was a gorp, so on and so forth. And we have constantly found that we were lied to, and the floors were just carpeted over. The actual floorboards underneath it were rotting, and rotting to the point where there were actual mushrooms growing out of the floorboards from the mold, and we had to get that fixed. Mushrooms, can I eat them? No. No, you can't. Then we had to fix the roof 3 times, because the people that we hired the first time failed to fix it properly. Then they said that they would make good on it, and they came back and did an even shittier job the second time. And then we ended up just hiring someone else altogether, and we got a metal roof put on, and we've been paying that off ever since. We still got like another 2 years to pay off on the metal roof. I also had to replace the floor in my room because it was getting very moldy as well, and it was actually like causing me to get really sick. And we had to fix the pipe to the shower because it was leaking into my room, which is what was causing the mold to begin with. And oh. Thank you for the $6.70, bye. You don't need to donate. I'm not trying to like get pity money out of people by telling you all of this. Just kind of like going over my whole situation. It's just been really shitty these last few years. The amount of stuff that we've had to do in order to try to get back on track again. Let me do what I want with my adult money. Look, you can do whatever you want with your adult money. It doesn't mean I'm gonna encourage you to spend it on me. Good, I'm not planning to do it again. It's part of the reason why I haven't like done a donathon or a subathon or anything. Cause like, I don't know. I just don't want to like ask for people's money because I know how hard it is to maintain money and like live in a circumstance where, you know, not everybody can just shell out money. That's just kind of my upbringing. So whenever I hear donathon or subathon, I'm just like, yeah, but on one end it would help me like put some more resources towards streaming, or you know, other things that we could use the money for. But another time it's just like, I don't want to ask for money from people through like donathons. You have already taken my money, good sir, 17 times. Okay, but you chose this life. I didn't choose it for you. Also, thank you for the 17 months, and thank you for the 10 bits. To think that it's almost been... You bought yourself some badass sushi earlier? Man, sushi sounds good right now. To think that you've been subbed for every month that I've had affiliate. You've legit never seen bits invoked before in all your time on Twitch, aka 17 months? Well, I've had bits thrown at me a few times. Mainly from Nate. Not Nate Chromancer, Nate Dog. He enjoys throwing singular bits at me whenever he pops in. He has like a supply of bits to just throw a bit at me every day he pops in. I need to limit the amount of bits that get thrown at me. Because it equals the amount of bits that you've spent. So if you throw 1,000 bits at me, it's going to throw 1,000 bits. And I haven't fixed that. And you just got a new model that when you throw bits at her model, the model eats them. That's amazing. I saw that she got a new model. I've been, I don't know. Just in this weird space. Don't know if I'm going to continue playing Trails in the Sky on stream. And there's a reason for that. Because it was the game that I was playing on stream when my brother came in and told me that the cat died, and like my brain knows that there's no correlation between the two, but my brain decides I'm gonna correlate those things anyways. And so, like, I'm afraid that if I continue playing it on stream and it, like, triggers some, like, bad reaction to it, I'm not gonna be able to just stop, right? And it might just not, like... Like, I could just be outright fine playing Trails in the Sky on stream still. But I genuinely think that it just might be a better idea for me to just finish it off stream. And move on. Sushi is good. Make your own sushi. There are tools to make sushi. Just gotta buy the ingredients. So true. But yeah, no, that's kind of where I'm at. As far as like life goes. This last week has just been very rough, to say the least. I've been trying to get like I've been trying to see if the movie theaters here has like anything worth watching. Take my girlfriend to the theaters on Thursday. But like haven't really found anything that we both want to watch. I feel so bad watching this Spider-Man though when I haven't watched any of the old ones. I've never really been like a huge Marvel person. And that's funny coming from me who's been actively enjoying Marvel Tokon, the fighting game. What about New Insidious or Ice Cream Man? My theater has neither of those. I'll tell you right now what my theater has playing on Thursday. My nose is so fucking itchy right now. Jesus Christ. Alright. Thursday, the 13th, they got the new Paw Patrol movie. They got The End of Oak Street, Brink of War, Nimrods, Super Troopers 3, One Night Only, the new Spider-Man movie, The Odyssey, which I did watch. I've watched The Odyssey, and that's a fucking fantastic movie. The live-action Moana movie is playing. And then Toy Story 5. And that is it. Watch Toy Story? I haven't watched any Toy Story since Toy Story 2. I don't have any, and I was little. I was small. Time to invite your girl over to do a Toy Story marathon. I don't think she'd be interested. I'm gonna be genuinely honest. I think I would probably enjoy the movies more than she would, and that's saying something. But that's just kind of because I like to turn my brain off and just enjoy shit. No, she was the one who really wanted to watch The Odyssey. I mean, I did too. But she was like, I gotta watch The Odyssey. And I'm just like, I wanna watch it too, so I'm buying tickets. I need someone to ask me out for the movies. Yeah. We've gone to the movies a few times in the past few weeks now for things that we've wanted to watch. We watched Scary Movie, the new one. We watched The Odyssey. And then there was another movie that we watched. What was it? I don't remember now. I know what y'all could watch. The Total Eclipse in 2 days. So true. I'll be sure to do it without, like, eclipse glasses, though, so that way I completely go blind. No, that's stupid. Look. I'm stupid. This is true. You wouldn't be able to watch any movies after that? We had an eclipse. God, was it a year ago or a year or 2 years ago? I don't even think we're gonna see the eclipse here, though, so it's just like, there's no risk. Nobody here has been talking about the eclipse. So true. America is pretty boring. The only entertaining thing that I've ever done in America was go to Combo Breaker. And participate in a fighting game tournament. Combo Breaker is a fighting game convention. I am very big on fighting games. I went and I participated in a tournament, my primary fighting game, Grand Blue Fantasy. They did have Guilty Gear there. We also got to try Marvel Tokon before it got released. I love the characters in Guilty Gear, I just never really got into Guilty Gear. I actually have a little Jacko charm on my table. Because I love Jacko. She's adorable. Unfortunately, I didn't even, like, make it to the, well, I got put into losers immediately, and then I made it to round 2 losers, and then I got knocked out of the tournament. But I was also not expecting to get very far, because I didn't practice before I went. So... that was all on me. If I ever need a duo to play any Guilty Gear games, you volunteer. I have so many people who would, like, drop everything the moment I start playing Guilty Gear. I don't know. The controls of Guilty Gear mess with my tiny little brain. That and I have a leverless now, so like technical's not a problem anymore. It's just been forever since I played technical inputs, and I used to play them on controller and I hated myself. But now I play on leverless. I've upgraded to proper fighting game player. I'm still bad though. If I'm using a controller, I'm usually playing a Souls-like. So like Dark Souls, Sekiro, God, what was the name of that game? I have it on Steam. Where is it? The Surge. Have I played Steel Rising? I played a bit of it. I really enjoyed it. Then my tiny little ADHD brain got distracted by Ooh Shiny, and I stopped playing it because Ooh Shiny. Do I intend on going back and playing it? Yes. Will I play it on stream? Probably. If I play it on stream, you'll give me 2 doubloons. Well, that will be 2 more doubloons than I have right now. And I currently have 0 doubloons. So we got a deal. The question is do I add it to the wheel, or do I just play it on a whim someday? You will ask nicely next month. It ultimately depends on what I am currently playing or doing. And I say that because lately we've been getting locked into a lot of really long games. Now, granted, Trails in the Sky, as far as I'm concerned, is off the table now. Mainly because of circumstances. And that was like a 60 to 80 hour long game. Currently, the only game that we are playing that came from the wheel is Lagoon. And Lagoon is at most a 5 hour long game. It'll probably be about a little bit longer for me because it's an old SNES game and I suck at it. But it's about a 5 hour long game. It's shorter. And I'm also the Super Nintendo. I was told to play Lagoon, so I added it to the wheel. And then my friend added it to the wheel a second time, because I have that as a point redeemable where you can add a game up to 3 times on the wheel. Well, he added it to the wheel a second time. Then I spun the wheel, and then it landed on Lagoon. So now I'm stuck playing Lagoon. And it's a very archaic game. And I say that with the best intentions ever. Even... It's an SNES game, which already dates it, yeah? But... even for an SNES game, the mechanics of that game are more archaic than that. Which is saying something. How do you get more archaic? Kirby Adventure on the NES. Have they added any more games for the GameCube emulator? I don't think so. I could check. I own the Ein Thor, and I have a huge freaking list of games on there. Currently, on the GameCube emulator on the Switch 2, we have Soul Calibur 2, Legend of Zelda Wind Waker, F-Zero GX, Mario Smash Football, Chibi Robo, Luigi's Mansion, Wario World, Fire Emblem Path of Radiance, and Pokemon XD Gale of Darkness. So they haven't added anything in a while, because that was the same roster that I saw 2 months ago. If you want a good device for like DS, 3DS games, look into the Ein Thor. It is an amazing device for 3DS games and DS games and all of that. And it can play Nintendo Switch games, but you didn't hear that from me. I doubt that Sonic Riders is gonna get on there. Unless Nintendo, you know, talks with Sega. It's ultimately up to Sega on whether or not Riders gets on the GameCube emulator. No, Sega is usually willing to play ball. One game on GameCube that you used to get irritated by? Time Splitters. I haven't heard of that one. Also, hello, Nate. My boy. Hello, my boy. It's like a first-person shooter, but at times you have to stop and do puzzles with a time limit. I've never been a huge fan of time limits, and Splatoon Raiders Endgame is full of time limits. And so a lot of the missions in Splatoon Raiders is collect a certain amount of power eggs, right? From the Salmonids. And if you don't collect enough within like 99 seconds, you fail the mission. And the entire end game is just that. Luckily, my build is so overpowered that I have no cause for concern unless my pathing is just bad. You're saving up your 150,000 channel points and will be requesting me to play Tom and Jerry from the NES. Should I be concerned? Always be concerned. You're right. I don't even know why I have Sonic Racing still installed. I stopped playing it because the game just would not ever get fucking fixed, and I'm still pissed off because it was one of the best racing games that I've played. But, you know, Drill and Monster Truck are still a problem, and they won't fucking fix Drill or Monster Truck, and I really just hate it. Gonna have to do some research on games for game input for once you're not actually prepared for it. I mean, I feel like I've been talking about a lot of games that, like, a good portion of people still haven't played yet. When does Mortal Shell 2 launch? The 20th, right? I'm so excited for Mortal Shell 2. I didn't care about the first one, but I played a lot of the second one's beta, and it's so much fun. It was so good. The improvements that they made. I played AI Limit all on stream. I remember that. That was one of the first games I streamed. We played through Dark Souls 1 and 3 together. I remember that one too. Dark Souls 3 was actually where I got one of my first ever, like, huge raid intos as well. I remember that. Your temps are better now? That's good. Yeah, Dark Souls 3 is where we hit 100 followers. Yeah, it's good that your computer's temp is better. Glad to hear that your replacement part finally got in and worked. Heatsink plus stand. Yes, very much goodly. When does Lords of the Fallen 2 come out? Is that supposed to come out this year? No. Just says coming soon. Have I ever played Vampire? I have not, but I've also never really had much interest in it. I don't know, it didn't really ever seem like a game that I was too...
Peggy 18.
Shut up, Steam. Too interested in, but I mean, if you want me to play it, I'll try it. It's $40 though, so keep that in mind too. Aww. One whole bit upon me. Well, I have 1 cent more to put towards Vampire. Get bidded, so true. I now have a bit-shaped hole in the side of my head. Another one. Now oh, this bit's gonna stay with me. Oh, it disappeared. You see a Vampire on sale almost constantly? Well, I'll just have to keep an eye out if that's a game that eventually wants to be seen. I'm so excited for Mortal Shell 2. I completely forgot that was coming out so soon. 10 days. 10 days. I gotta finish Xenoblade Chronicles before Mortal Shell comes out. I don't think that I would be able to play Mortal Shell on stream just because I'd want to continue playing it afterwards. And where I gotta keep, and where I've been kind of doing variety, like, if I play it on stream, it's gonna be like an every day of the week thing until I beat it. Gore? I'm really just waiting for another Octopath game. Like, I want Octopath Traveler 3, but I still need to, like, finish the rest of the end game of Octopath Traveler 0. Still trying to come up with that list I was talking about for the October stream. Yeah, because we're going to be doing charity in October. And so I want some spookums, some good spookum games to play that you would recommend. You either play as a survivor or as Jason. Oh, well, you know me. I would probably play as Jason just to be that guy. Looked it up recently to see if the servers were even still running. As far as you know, they still are. I'm gonna be real with you. If it's a Dead by Daylight-esque game, I probably am not gonna play it. I don't like Dead by Daylight, and I don't like anything like Dead by Daylight. I don't find them scary, and I don't find them fun. They're just not good games, in my opinion. Indie Rabid. You have to collect parts for a car to escape Camp Crystal Lake. Yeah, but if it's a game like Dead by Daylight, I'm not gonna enjoy it. Period. Like, I just will not enjoy that kind of game. I tried Dead by Daylight and I fucking hated it. It was genuinely one of the worst games I've ever played. When do I start having fun in DBD? That's the neat part. You don't. So yeah, there's not a good chance that I will. Do I like any zombie survival games? I think that 7 Days is fun to an extent. I guess define zombie survival game other than 7 Days and DayZ. Rust is not a zombies game. Rust is a PvP game, kind of like Ark, but without dinosaurs. Then, of course, there was the Walking Dead, like, Telltale series. But I wouldn't even call that, like, a spooky game. That's just sad boy hours. Prey. Prey is a horror game. I wouldn't mind playing Prey. Do I own Prey? I don't think I do. Prey is a name that I haven't heard it forever.
Peggy 18.
What in the other language did I just hear? Steam. What spell did you just cast upon me? Demon's Gen. Yeah, I'd play Prey. It's currently $6. I'm going to buy it now. Before it goes back up in price. I remember watching Mark play it, and I remember that I was just like, man, this game looks really good. But I never played it myself. I just watched Mark play it. I don't remember shit about it, though. Not anymore. It's been so fucking long since I've even heard of Prey. Dying Light and Dead Island. I played Dying Light, and I've played a shit ton of Dead Island. Dead Island 1 is a lot of fun. I absolutely adore that game. Dead Island 2 fucking sucked, in my opinion. I was genuinely disappointed. Dying Light 1 was good. Dying Light 2 was okay. I liked the improvements of the, like, mobility that they made to Dying Light 2. I didn't really care too much for the story, which is upsetting. You're gonna go get some food, so you hope I have a good stream. Well, I hope you have a good food. Take that. That's right, I said it. What are you gonna do about it? What are you gonna do about it? Have a good food. You better be devastated. You didn't mind the story of 2? 1 was unbeatable, though. It had the right amount of urgency. Yeah, I enjoyed 1. Uh, 2, Dying Light 2 was... the gameplay was okay, was good. Didn't really care much for the story. Dead Island 2 is not worth it. It is the furthest thing from worth it. It was nothing but disappointment at every corner. Dead Island 1 is still the superior title. Careful bringing that one up. Still got some... So do I. I'm sure even if they didn't, they would probably be more than willing to get it. Because I have a hard time believing that Dead Island is anything more than, like, $5. It is currently $20, but it will go on sale. I only got a few hours clocked on PC, but I have a shit ton of hours clocked in on Xbox on Dead Island. I played Dead Island so much on Xbox. I played Left 4 Dead 2. I didn't like it. Dying is half the battle. To me, Left 4 Dead was not entertaining. I just didn't have fun. Same with Dead by Daylight. Just didn't have fun. Sneems. There is a new Silent Hill game coming out too. Silent Hill Townfall. That comes out in September. So we could also take a look into that. A third Dying Light? Yeah, I remember that. Dying Light the Beast? Yeah, and how they just kind of dropped the game for free in my fucking library. Yeah, I got the game for free. You lucky nerd. The Dragon's Dogma 2 DLC comes out soon. I'm very excited for that. I love Dragon's Dogma 2. It was a lot of fun. Won't be an on-stream thing, but I'll be enjoying that. Let's see, we have Five Nights at Freddy's all the way through to Help Wanted. Which I know those are still very popular. Five Nerds at Freddy's. I have personally never played them. I've only ever watched people play them. I'll just be like, was that the bite of 87? And move on with my life. I'm looking through my Steam library for like any horror games that we might have as we speak. Unfortunately, Resident Evil Veronica doesn't come out until next year. Let's see here. And obviously, like, White Knuckle is a horror game, but you guys have seen me play so much White Knuckle. At a certain point of playing some things, they just go from, oh, horror to, oh, look, gore. Cool. Go from unsettling to just a normal walk through Walmart. I love that Walmart is your comparison, and I work there. You don't say. Holy shit. If a normal walk through Walmart for you is a horror game, then what is it for me? Alright, I think we're gonna go ahead and just kind of wrap some things up. Tomorrow, we're starting Fields of Mystria together. I was gonna play it by myself, but, you know, I've been looking forward to this game for so long, I figured I'd share it with you guys. So we're adding Fields of Mystria to the table. Mainly because I just kind of wanted to start off back again with something a little cozy, a little slower. Can't believe we yapped for 2 hours. Roughly. Amnesia the Bunker definitely gave you some good spooks. I'll keep that in mind. Alright. Let us find someone to raid out to. Ugh. Let's see here. Who do we raid? Hmm. You know, someone is playing Pokemon Mystery Dungeon Red Blue Rescue Team. We're raiding into that. So you all have a wonderful rest of your night. I'm gonna go ahead and chill for the rest of mine. Because I have work tomorrow. And I hate my job. But we move. We continue on. Probably gonna continue some Xenoblade Chronicles. Now that Splatoon Raiders is just about done. The only thing that I could do left is continue the endless mode and just like upgrade my weapon a tiny bit more. So, you know, I've finished the game until they decide, oh, DLC, and then I'm gonna be like, oh, wow, wow, whoa. So, you all have fun with Pokemon Mystery Dungeon. I will be back online tomorrow with some Fields of Mystria. We gonna farm and shit. Alright. Bye. Farewell.